What's happening, guys? I'm Dan. Welcome back to another episode of Poor Michigan Reviews. Today, it's going to be a little bit different, guys. I am actually going to be shouting out the accounts on YouTube, like you beer tubers, that influenced me in the last, I would say, 5 to 10 years. There are so many accounts on YouTube that I could go on and on about. People who have influenced the way I think about beer, the way that I look at beer, the way that I taste beer. People who got me into beer, guys. So you're thinking, hey, who's this dude on YouTube that barely knows anything about beer but decides he's going to sit in front of a camera and actually explain what he thinks about a beer or other products in general? Well, guys, there are other people that influence the way I thought and I currently think about beverages and beer in general. Today I'm honestly, beer reviews are honestly sometimes kind of boring, right? They get monotonous. So I thought I'd switch things up. We see endless review, day in, day out. They kind of get overplayed and the monotony adds up, and I'm here to tell you it's been monotonous. So to break things up, guys, this video is about some legends in the game and even current players who I still respect. And again, disclaimer, I know that I might miss some of you. It doesn't mean that I don't know you're there. It doesn't mean that I'm throwing shade at you. It just means I didn't put you down on a note today, okay? Because there's so many accounts, guys. But listen, hold on. I'm going to crack a beer. We're kind of going to walk through this together. By the way, Oktoberfest lager from Black Rock's Shut Up Michigan Beer. We're going to be drinking and talking, guys. So again, this video, just to change things up, we're going to be giving props to dudes in the game that have really shaped my channel and what got me to this point, guys. So I did write a couple notes down. I'm just going to, disclaimer, I put some names down, and it's been a long time since I've even watched some of these accounts, so don't hate on me. I'm going to do my best here with names and what channels deserve some credit. So in the legend category, people that I feel like we all can say we've watched them. They were legendary. They had a big, massive, huge following. I think we need to start with people like Greg's Beer Reviews and Beer Geek Nation, Chris. So guys, we all know Greg, the legend. He's amazing, okay? He's still reviewing to this day. When I got into beer, he was always somebody that I would watch. He was very entertaining. He was brutally honest. He didn't like that there were no dates on cans. He just gave it to you straight up what he thought. Maybe it wasn't the most ridiculously in-depth, but he could give you it on a solid level with some good experience. And that's Greg. That's Greg's Beer Reviews, guys. We all know Greg. What's up, guys? I see what's in the fridge today. Okay, right? We all know that. So, again, on the fly, legend, Greg's Beer Reviews. Another one, Chris at Beer Geek Nation, just knew way too much about beer, brewing styles, brewing technique, the art of brewing. He knew it all, guys. He knew the tasting notes. He could break them down in a unique fashion very quickly. Insane legend in the game that we all respect. Okay, a couple out of the way. James Knott, where they'd hurdle and huddle around the table and they'd compare beers blindly and he'd ask, what is this beer? What are the tasting notes? How good do you think it is? He was like reviewing breweries in the beginning with all the hype, like Zombie Dust, he was doing Three Floyds and beers like that, saying, well, is it good or what do you think of it? And he'd put everybody on the spot and they'd all just give their opinion, just average Joes sometimes giving their opinion. But James Knott, I spent a lot of time watching him. James Knott, Beer Geek Nation, and Greg's Beer Reviews, some of the most I watched early on. I'm talking like 5 to 10 years ago, okay, and probably like 10 years ago, honestly. And you can even put Darwin in that category too. Darwin's Beer Reviews, who's still grinding today, still giving insanely good, detailed, descriptive reviews. Darwin just kills it, man. He's like certified Cicerone, he knows what he's doing. I'm not even going to compete with that dude. He knows his shit, you know. So Darwin at Darwin's Beer Reviews, he's an absolute legend. I think you have to put Matt at Massive Beer Reviews in the category also, because just an absolute legend I've been watching for many years. He loves the game. You know, you could tell he just thoroughly enjoyed reviewing beer, and that's why the channel started. He just undoubtedly loved it. You could tell he probably watched some other people, and it got him hyped up, it got him going, and he just became a legend in his own category. Real Ale Craft Beer, dude's from the UK, I don't even remember his name, but he was pretty legendary. He's been doing it a long time. That dude knows what he's talking about also. Joe's Arcade, Joe Senegaglia, I don't even know how to say his name, but that dude, he could just sit down just like on the West Coast and just give it to you straight. He'd be like, this is what the hell's going on. This is what I think about this beer. If you like it, I hope you do. If you don't, you can screw off. You know, I just feel like he gave it to you straight up. Like no beating around the bush. He'd let you know. I mean, he's just that West Coast guy. Just very chill dude, family guy, I feel like, and just could easily sit down and relax and watch a beer with him. He'd break down like big hazies, like Treehouse and stuff all the time, all the West Coast beers, you know, Lagunitas, whatever. He'd just crush them and break them down with you. Dude was a legend. Another guy that I feel like is like very older and people might remember is like Ronald Theriot, I think, at Louisiana Beer Reviews, kind of once upon a time. Just a dude sitting down, just freaking loves beer and other products. He'd just sit there and he'd descriptively break it down with you and be like, here's how I feel, man. You know, it's like, it's good or it's not. A lot of the times he broke down beers that he really liked with you. So that dude, I used to watch him all the time back in the day. And then another dude that was crazy rambunctious and would like freak out and he'd be like, welcome back to Beer Review. You know, this is DJ's BeerTube. It'd be like DJ's BrewTube. I literally had to find him because I forgot what his name was. It was DJ's BrewTube, and the dude would go nuts. I mean, he was just at 1,000,000 miles per hour, hit a motor. He could just go. He's like the Energizer Bunny, man. He wouldn't stop. He'd just keep breaking down beers all the time with you in a crazy hype fashion. He was really entertaining to watch. I'd say he was one of the most entertaining beer tubers to watch. So shout out to him. I'm trying to think. There was even a couple guys like Adam and Brian from Buds and Suds who like just life got in the way. Things didn't work out. They had amazing reviews, like pretty descriptive, detailed reviews, and they were chill, sitting on the couch, relaxing, you know, kind of breaking it down for me and other people, average Joe, being like, hey, this is a pretty good beer, and here's why, or this wasn't a good beer, and let me tell you why it wasn't. So yeah, Buds and Suds, a channel that just stopped. And a lot of these channels aren't really going anymore, guys. Life happens, and I get it. Maybe one day my YouTube channel stops too, but I'm just trying to pay homage to these guys and tell you how I got here and what legends formed where I'm at today and what made me like beer more than I might have had I not seen their accounts. So yeah, Buds and Suds was really cool. And I'm trying to think of maybe like some more newer guys that are still legends even in the old days. So I feel like I have to say, like, you know, Joe at Beer Patrol, who shows mad love all the time to me. He's been around a while. That dude will give it to you straight. Like, he's no bullshit, you know? Like, he'll just break it down and be like, this is what it is. This is either awesome or it's not, and here are the reasons why. And if you don't like that, too bad. You know, here's my palate. That this is what I enjoy and this is what I don't. So Joe at Beer Patrol, absolute legend. I would put him in there because so descriptive. And he says he's average, and he's lying, guys. He's not average. That dude knows his shit. You know, like I have to literally break it down and be real with you guys. He knows his shit. He is not an average dude, and maybe he likes beer. And he was average to start, but over the years he's accumulated all this knowledge. And he can speak to the camera in such a beautiful way, you know, that just, it kind of seals you in. It reels you in a little bit to be like, damn, I didn't think like those things existed, but Joe's just breaking it to you straight up. So yeah, Beer Patrol, legend, but in the newer day too, you know, he's come and gone. He's had some like health things, but still a dude I watch, you know, he's just an absolute legend. I'd have to say it. So Joe at Beer Patrol, shout out Joe. And then a guy who's been around a long time, extremely consistent, does it every single day, would be Kyle at No Hype Beer Reviews. Absolute consistency, the definition of consistency, and talking with you face to face and being like, hey, here we are again. Here's another beer. I've got another one for you, and I'm still going, and I'm going to keep going, and I probably won't ever stop because I love this. That's Kyle at No Hype Beer Reviews. And another dude with absolute quality, and I like him because I'm from Michigan also, is Sean from Draft Therapy. He has very insanely good quality, something I'll probably never have because I'll never put time into it. I'll never devote maybe that much effort into quality because he has the camera angles, he has the breakdown, and maybe like the sponsor and all that stuff. So Sean at Draft Therapy, an absolute legend, and other people know him in Michigan, so I'm a fan of him, just because Michigan to Michigan, That's a lot. I feel like I need a sip. Spill a little bit. It's okay. We're doing this on the fly. And again, I got this little card I wrote down. I had to look up these accounts because I've forgotten over time, guys. So I had to, this isn't an in-depth review of all these accounts. It's just what I remember. And I'm just trying to share that with you. So just go easy on me. I know there's other guys out there. I know. This is just what I had time for. And so what I want to finish with is a kid, basically, because he's definitely younger than me, but I don't know about how much. A kid that absolutely crushed it in beer reviewing, and he probably would be a top beer reviewer or beer tuber if he kept going, but I'm sure he found other endeavors and did other things, was Baby-Faced Brew Review, and that was Alex. That dude was awesome. He would just, in the most thorough, just, I don't even know how to say it, he would thoroughly break down beer in an efficient manner without messing up and in one take, but knew his shit also with so much informative information. If I can say, he'd say it without struggling. It was so natural to him. It was no big deal. He could just easily express his feelings about a beer in great detail. Even though he was so young, it seemed like he had so many years or decades of experience, and his name was Alex from Babyface Brew Review, guys. He could have been an insanely good beer tuber, and even if he did come back one day, I feel like he'd have thousands and thousands of views. He just would. It was just a natural thing to him. So yeah, I just wanted to shout him out. Lastly, to say, yeah, I used to watch his stuff because I was kind of younger too, and I was like, hey man, where did this guy get this experience? That is insane. And how does he have that many descriptors this early in the craft beer game? So guys, here we are. I just wanted to share this with you guys. So many great accounts over the years, and I know there's so many more and so many things I didn't mention, but I just wanted to share this video with you, break up the monotony, and I hope you guys, any of you who did watch this, appreciate it, because this is a video out of love and respect, and thank you for shaping my channel. So guys, cheers to you guys. This is love for the BeerTube community. Cheers to you guys. I'm over and out. I'll see you on the next one.